So we finally have the full spoilers for Boruto manga chapter 51. Once again, hello and welcome to Undervisey. My name is Soham and today we are going to talk about Boruto manga chapter 51. Now in my two previous videos, I've already talked about Naruto's new form as well as the associated chakra-less plot point and his apparent death as well. So be sure to watch these two videos. I'll put the link in the description below as well as it will appear in the I button above. And obviously a mandatory spoiler warning ahead for those of you who are anime only viewers. Now these spoilers are courtesy of once again Abdul Zoldyck on Twitter. Please follow him there, he is doing some amazing work. Also, there is no 100% guarantee of accuracy here because all of these translations are based upon the raw scans, so there might be some error or some translation mistakes here and there. I'll just briefly go over them because we have some very interesting stuff that we need to talk about. Also, I'll not talk about Naruto's new form in depth here because I've already talked about it in my previous video, so obviously go and watch that beforehand. And now, let's begin. So in the first half, the chapter switches between the battlefield and Amado talking. And in the second half, we get this stuff with Naruto and the QB as well as the new KCM form. We have some very interesting dialogue said by Boruto, which is further supported by Amado, who is giving the information to Shikamaru and the others who are currently present in the Hokage office. Boruto tells Ishiki that when Team 7 was fighting Boro, he said that Ishiki intends to use Kawaki as well as Boruto in their particular plan, and that Kara organization is also thankful to Boruto for being the vessel of Momoshiki because this will eliminate all their problems. So in short, Boruto assumes that if he is dead, then they are all in huge trouble. Thus, Kara's plans will be halted because of his death. And immediately he tries to kill himself by stabbing his neck with the kunai, but obviously Ishiki is very worried about this and he shrinks down the kunai. And that's when we get the final reveal. And boy oh boy, we were all expecting to have something like this, but this is huge. This is really huge. And this is sort of transforming and in a way enhancing the lore of the Naruto world. Because we have to remember that the end of Naruto was very chaotic. The way Madara was taken out in the war and the way in which Kaguya was introduced, it was very much lackluster and it desired a lot in the process. But here, all the plot holes and inconsistencies are kind of being filled here and the lore as a whole has been explored properly in the Boruto manga. So I'm really thankful to Kodaichi and Ikemoto for finally expanding the world of Naruto and giving some much needed context to the character of Kaguya, because the Otsutsuki clan felt very much lacking or lackluster to me in the Naruto story. And here we are getting more and more information about it, especially in regards to Ishiki Otsutsuki being the King Otsutsuki, and this is finally revealed here. So Amado explains that in order to grow the chakra fruit or the chakra tree, one Otsutsuki is sacrificed while the other Otsutsuki guards the growth of the tree, waiting for the harvest of the chakra fruit. Thus, all of this can be summarized in the following way: that when an Otsutsuki attacks a planet, they always come in a pair. One is ready to sacrifice himself and the other will eventually get the chakra fruit and consume it. That is the modus operandi of the Otsutsuki clan. And here in the case of Earth, Kaguya and Ishiki came together as a pair. But we already know that things didn't happen properly in the way they had imagined it to be, because Kaguya obviously betrayed Ishiki for some reason. We don't exactly know what is the reason here. I can presume that obviously she didn't want to die, but is there something more to this? We will find out in the future of the series possibly. But we finally learn here that Kaguya was a lower ranking Otsutsuki. She was in a rank below than Ishiki and she was destined to die here. She is the Otsutsuki that was required to sacrifice itself in order to make the chakra tree. And Ishiki was the planned person who was going to mandate or see the growth of the tree, and eventually he was going to be the person who will eat this fruit. But obviously we know that that is not how the things emerged, and Kaguya rebelled against all of this, which compelled Ishiki to take the steps that he did here. Obviously we know that Kaguya is the person who ate the chakra fruit and she cast the Mugen Tsukuyomi and everything that happened in the Naruto universe, and Ishiki had to become a parasite, living parasite, and use the body of Jigen to survive for all of these years. Basically he sacrificed his own body for the sake of the tree, because the chakra tree cannot grow without an Otsutsuki. That's a mandatory requirement here. We saw something like that with Momoshiki and Kinshiki, but that's a different case, I guess. But here we finally get to know that Ishiki was a rank above Kaguya and he's sort of the king of Otsutsuki here, and this is the lore, this is the entire explanation that we needed in the Naruto series. I'm really glad that we are getting something like this. And after all of this conversation, Shikamaru summarizes that, in other words, in order to grow a god tree, does that mean that Ishiki had no choice but to sacrifice himself for the 10 tails? And Amado replies, yes indeed, because there was no other Otsutsuki around. So here we finally get into the present day, because Boruto and Kawaki both have karma. One is from Ishiki Otsutsuki and the other one is from Momoshiki. So I guess you are already understanding what is going on here. One will have to be sacrificed and the other one will probably see. So Ishiki's plan is probably to sacrifice Boruto here in order to make the god tree. Then, as I said before, Boruto tries to kill himself in order to stop the plans of the Kara organization and Ishiki Otsutsuki, but he's obviously stopped by Ishiki. Ishiki also kicks Sasuke and Boruto is really worried about all of this, and Sasuke is put under a black cube which renders him motionless. Ishiki Otsutsuki is a monster, and it is finally proven that, without a shadow of doubt, Ishiki is stronger than Kaguya. I don't know what Naruto and Sasuke are actually going to do here. How are they even going to defeat this guy here? It's just beyond me at this point. Also, after seeing Sasuke's deplorable condition, Boruto tries to save him. He tries to do a Rasengan, but obviously it is nullified by Ishiki Otsutsuki. And now we head to the second half of the chapter, and here we finally get the stuff with Kurama and Naruto. This is where we have all the discussions, and Kurama basically asks Naruto what is the plan here, what do you intend to do, because the enemy is really very powerful and they don't know how they can stop all of this. That's when we get the dialogue which I mentioned in my previous video, that Naruto knows all of this, but he's the Hokage, he doesn't care if he dies or something, he has to stop this guy here. Naruto also goes on to say that, sorry Kurama, this time we have to beat him here. And finally Kurama says that there is a way, and obviously all of this leads to Naruto's new form. Obviously this will be a very big gamble for him, because apparently this is a very deadly technique and Naruto will most probably die because of using this. I'm still not convinced, I'm still not sold on the fact that Naruto will die after this. Obviously there will be some major repercussions for using this form. We don't exactly know what this form is. This is probably the full power KCM or KCM involving the powers of the other Biju as well. Maybe like a pseudo Jinchuriki, pseudo 10 tails Jinchuriki, something like that. Because we have to remember that Naruto already has the power of all the other Bijus as well. This is something we saw in the original Naruto series. So I guess this is something that is going to happen here, and Naruto is about to go full power finally, and that's where this chapter finally ends. Obviously this had to be a cliffhanger. So these were the full spoilers for Boruto manga chapter 51. What are your thoughts for this? Please mention them in the comment section below. I am really excited about the King Otsutsuki stuff in relation to Kaguya as well as Ishiki Otsutsuki, and all of this were some very interesting revelations for me. And in a way it enriches the plot of the Naruto lore for me, because the ending of Naruto was very much lacklustrous with the sudden introduction of the Otsutsuki clan. This really rectifies all those faults there. But this is it for today. Thank you so much for watching guys. Please mention your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. We're trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of 2020, so a like and sub would be massively appreciated. So that's it for today guys. This is Wondervizy and I'll see you soon in the next video.